Hello and welcome to a Tuneful Tuesday. Just like last week, we have a very special guest to perform for us and talk about a family of instruments. Her name is Miss Megan Googled, and she is a Crestwood graduate. I have known Megan since she was a little girl because her dad was my high school band director and her mom taught me flute lessons. And her mom has some pretty funny stories about Mrs. Gilles that she'd be glad to share with you. Miss Googled is a principal horn player for the Akron and Canton Symphony Orchestras, and she frequently plays for the Cleveland Orchestra as well. She teaches music at the Cleveland Institute of Music as well as Case Western Reserve University. So without further ado, Miss Googled.
Hi everybody, my name is Megan Googled and I play a brass instrument called the French horn. And here it is. Now the French horn, like I said, is in the brass family. Now there are other instruments in the brass family as well. There's the trumpet, which has little buttons on top and it points forward. Then there's the French horn, my instrument. There's trombone, which has the slide. And then there's the tuba, the really big tuba, which plays all the really low notes. Now we're all in the brass family because our instruments are made of metal called brass. Now mine looks silver, but you'll also see other brass instruments that look like they're yellow brass or they're gold. And we're all in the same family because they're made out of metal. We also all produce our sounds exactly the same way. And that is that we take a big breath and then we blow the air past our lips and our lips vibrate or buzz. Now you can try this too. You want to put your lips together like you're saying the letter M, but instead of saying you're going to blow air past your lips while you keep them shaped like that. Let's try it together. Good. Did you feel the air coming out? Did you get the buzz? Good job. Now I do that same kind of buzz, but I make my lips tighter or looser and I can get all kinds of different sounds like this. If I buzz like that, but I buzz with my mouthpiece, this little thing right here, I get slightly better sounds. Now that still sounds pretty silly. So if I put my mouthpiece into the horn and I blow air and buzz my lips the exact same way, I'm going to get even better sounds. Now it sounds a little bit like an elephant or something like that, so I need to do one other thing to help me make really good sounds on the French horn, and that's that I push down these buttons, these levers, that helps me change notes. Now I'm going to play something called a scale, which in music is when notes really go together. They sound like they go together and they're neighbors. It sounds like you're going up the stairs and then you're coming back down the stairs. So you'll hear me start on a low pitch and I'll go up to a higher note and then I'll come back down to a low note. And I'm able to do that because I'm pressing these levers to get different sounds. So watch my fingers. There you go, that's a scale. Now I can play all kinds of different music on the French horn by using my lips to buzz and blowing the air and pressing different fingers in different combinations to get different sounds. So I'm going to play a song for you right now. I think you'll recognize it. And that was, of course, Happy Birthday. Now, as a musician, I play music. I play the French horn for my career. So I play in orchestras, sometimes with 100 people on stage, or sometimes I just sit and I play by myself. I can play all kinds of things. So I'm going to play something for you right now, which is a little study that I work on to make me a better musician that I practice. And that'll be the last thing you'll hear of the French horn today. Here, this is what it sounds like.
That was fantastic. Thank you, Miss Googled, for playing for us. I love the sound of the French horn, so I could listen to her for a very long time. So what I'd like to do now is talk a little bit more about the brass family. Obviously, Miss Googled played the French horn, but she mentioned that there are other brass instruments in that family. Now, I didn't bring any brass instruments home with me, although when I was in high school for marching band, I did play the trumpet. I do have a couple things that technically don't belong to the brass family, although they do share at least a couple characteristics of the brass family. So I'm going to show you this first one. I actually made this for Earth Day a couple years ago, and kids got a chance to try playing this. Can you tell what this homemade, this is actually a bugle, what this homemade bugle has in common with the brass family? What do you think? Here is a picture of a real bugle. So the mouthpiece and the bell at the end are like real brass instrument bugles. So I'm going to play, I'm not going to play a song, but I will play some sounds, and cover your ears. It's not going to be pretty. Yikes. Now, another instrument I have, this is actually something I recently got at school right before we had to stay home, and this is called a P-buzz. And so I'm going to play a little song for you. Let's see if you can guess the song. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So once again, the P-buzz is technically not a brass instrument, but it does share some characteristics of a real brass instrument. And that real brass instrument is the trombone. It has a similar mouthpiece. It also has a bell shape at the end, and there's a slide like a real trombone. So I hope you enjoyed learning more about the brass family. I want to give a big thank you to Miss Googled for playing for us and helping us learn more about the brass family. I'll see you all tomorrow for another Wacky Wednesday. Goodbye.